Hey guys, good evening. First of all, before I begin, thank you so much to all of you guys who sent DMs and uh, made comments greeting me about my birthday. Thank you. It's such an honor to be part of your journey towards financial freedom, and I'll never stop doing videos like this for all of you guys. So, right now, we're gonna do a lot of consumption related stocks. I want to talk about the retailers selling the consumption items. Then I want to talk about some of the manufacturers also that are selling items that you would see in these groceries and supermarkets. So if you guys are ready, if you guys are excited, comment. I'm excited. Comment. I want more of this. And if you're new to this, my name's Marvin Gurmo. I'm a stock market trader and investor, and I create daily videos on trading the markets in both of my channels, Marvin Gurmo, where we have over 1,600 videos already, and this channel, Stock Investing Made Easy, where we're now starting to grow. Now it's amazing to see this channel hit 7,500 subscribers. Now, relatively new pa lang siya, but I'm it's fun because it's nice to see a lot of people that are getting interested about technical analysis. Please remember, and if you're joining me for the first time, these are not stock picks, but this is me sharing my strategies and my principles on how I analyze the charts so that somehow, some way you get to see how I do it, and you get to emulate it, and you get to build your own principles and strategies based on sound technical analysis ideologies. So before I talk about Pure Gold, RRHI, URC, and Pure Foods, I want to look at the index. And as you all know, we've been tracking it also for quite some time. We've been looking at where it's headed and how it's actually pushing, growing, and also moving. So as you can see right here, let me erase what I drew yesterday. No, nothing much has changed ever since I started to plot this line. As you can see, that's why I keep saying this, no, na if you want to trade the markets, you don't actually have to watch it specifically on a minute per minute basis, because the trend is ultimately the strongest guide on how you can trade and navigate the markets. Why? It's very, very clear here that you're looking at the index still in a downtrend. It's very, very clear here also that this resistance that I've placed right here is still pretty much in effect. We haven't really broken past this line. And it's been also very, very evident that for the past week, or at least for the past 4 days, we haven't broke past the 20-day moving average also. So the narrative still is this: we're still gonna move in this direction. Short term, this is its progression. It will try to hit this, or on a shorter term downside, it will try to go to the 5672 level. And as you can see right now, we've hit the 5672 level twice already since the start of August. So we have not corrected back to that level for more than 3 weeks already. So let's see. We hit the 5672 level at the start of August. We hit it also again at the start of September. We're nearing the start of October. Let's see if we will correct back at that level. But we're not fortune tellers. We don't predict the markets. But if there's one thing that's true, and if there's one thing that's very, very evident, we are still on a downtrend. We are still on a downtrend that started from the opening up of Manila into GCQ last June. And ever since that started to push up, we have not reversed and gone above that level. So that's where we are from a Philippine Stock Exchange Index point of view. Now, I want to talk about Pure Gold, as this is how we've analyzed it also previously. But I want to show this. It's quite clear. It's quite evident from this perspective. Allow me to erase this. There, it's quite clear that the current resistance where we are watching Pure Gold is at the 49.6 level. So 49.6, that's where the resistance is. We broke past that level no September 14, 2020. After breaking down, it dropped a bit, then it reinforced itself already. Look, drop 1, 2, 3 days, fourth day, boom, akyat, fifth day, close to the resistance, started to drop down, then it started to hit it again last September 24, then today, it dropped lower. So what I do know right now is basically this. As I start to zoom out, you will see that the upward push that we had since March for Pure Gold is broken. It's also confirmed by the 20-day moving average that broke it just a couple of more than 2 weeks ago. So now this is where we are. The uptrend that started last March is broken. So now we are under the context that pure gold may move sideways. It's under the condition that the 45.6 support level will hold or the 43.6 level will hold. So please remember this, pure gold will remain on a sideways trending market if the 45.6 level will hold or the 43.6 level will hold. Then if that happens, the tradable range will be 43.6 to a maximum of 54 or 45.6 to 49.6 or 45.6 to 52.5. So that's the possible tradable range if it moves sideways. However, please do write this down. If the 43.6 level does not hold, then we may possibly see pure gold start to reverse, not just from an uptrend, but we may see it reverse also into a downward trending market. That profit taking is already happening. And what's so interesting about that is from the bottom to at least the breakage of the upward trend, it's still a 77% return. If you're looking at the 20-day moving average buying because of that, it's still a 50% return from the breakage of the uptrend at that particular point in time. So that's where pure gold is right now. I hope you're taking down notes and I hope you're learning and I hope you're smashing the like button so that the YouTube algorithm pushes this video up. Next, let's look at RRHI. Please remember, RRHI is not just department stores, but it has a lot of exposure also to groceries and supermarkets. So it's very, very clear also for RRHI that this is the prevailing support and resistance for it. It's been hovering at the resistance already for the whole month of September and the last week of August. So imagine this, almost 5 weeks, Robinson's Retail is very, very close to the resistance. But if there's one thing that happened, by the way, no, I mentioned that the index slightly was down, but it's slightly down also with the context that the volume is very, very low. By the way, I want to connect this. Should the uptrend progress for RRHI, if selling will happen, it needs to bounce off from this level. And then eventually later on, all roads will lead to 70.63. It must break out from 70.63 for the uptrend to continue. If not, most likely, I really believe that if it does not break past the 70.63 level, then the name of the game will basically be this. If this, because of its failure to break the 70.63 resistance, because it also broke below the 20-day moving average, the possibility of it is it could drop and hit and go to the 57.84 level. That's where the next support level is. So you have a support level here because of this and because of this also. So these are ranges already showing you that, tradable range for RRHI, especially if your duration to hold is somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks, could be around as it hits the 57.8 level and set your target to the 70.6 level. So as of today, while we're making this video, it's not yet there. So for those who want to really capture it at 57, exercise patience or trade another stock first and wait for it until it hits this level of support. So again, tradable range 57 or at least a bounce from 57/58. Target price will be at 70.6 for the short to mid term. Again, there's still a downside possibility because it failed to break this resistance and it just broke the 20-day moving average. But then again, just to reiterate, it could be protected from this. Watch out if it bounces from this upward trend, but if it breaks this particular area, then there's a larger possibility that it will go to the 57 or 57/58 level. So there, I hope you guys got a lot. No, dun sa main channel, we're doing a lot of podcast like interviews also. And I don't know if you know this, in the main channel, we are interviewing a lot of stockbrokers naman where they're giving their insights on trading. And you will see that there's different perspectives. There's people who are doing investing, people who are doing peso cost, people who are doing valuations, and people who are doing very, very specific rules on technical analysis. And that's what's so interesting about it because there's so many rules and ideologies when it comes to the market. And I just want to share and give us much ideas for all of you so that you get to also do it and emulate a way that appeals for you and works for you, because I don't have all the answers. No one has all the answers when it comes to the market. We're all learning, we're all growing, and I just hope that as we start doing more and more of this, you guys also start maturing and learn that, oh nga, it's not a one size fit all strategy, that you need to find something that will pretty much work for you. You need to find something that will be in your style, that will follow and factor in your own narrative of buying and selling and trading the markets. So now, this is, I want to show you URC. We've talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and this is how I showed and at least did the charts and recreated the charts for you. But from a trend perspective, or at least from a from a range perspective, I want to show this. Uh, the the 145 resistance level wasn't broken, and if you will try to follow it also, yun yung nangyayari sa RRHI ngayon, failed to break out from a specific resistance level, broke below the 20-day moving average, and right now for URC, the difference with that is the 134 support level, 135 support level right here, is also broken. And that's so significant and that's so important, because as this is broken, breakdown September 18, lower September 21, still lower September 22, still lower September 23, tried to push up on my birthday. It had nothing to do with my birthday there, but it's still close below the resistance level. Then today, it's very very clear that this is confirming itself as a resistance level. 135 level is, as of this point in time, showing itself that it's a resistance. Now, that being said, should selling continue? Next possible support ranges for URC, next possible landing spots for URC will be 126. If 126 does not hold, next possible landing spot will be at the 118 level. Bounce from 126, that becomes a tradable range. Buy at 126, sell at 134. This is giving you around a 6.9% upside. 126 does not hold, it could go down and slide down to the 118 level. And if I would like to push something here, you will see that the 20-day moving average right here showing you bearishness, and it's also showing you sloping down, showing that there's a possibility that momentum downward is still there. But please remember this, everything is predicated on this 135 resistance level. Failure to hold the 135 resistance level may cause the market to slide down to 126 and to as low as 118 pesos per share right here, right now. So that's where we are for URC. If you notice it, majority of the stocks that we've been looking at and sharing, pure gold broke support ranges. RHR failed to break the resistance, is below the 20-day MA already. URC failed to break the resistance, is also below the 20-day MA. So we're seeing a prevailing theme in terms of how stocks are right now. What's different naman from all of this is Pure Foods, FB, San Miguel. Pure Foods, I draw my support and resistance somewhere here. And what we can see and what we do know right now is this. Uh, it's quite far from the resistance. If I'll measure it from a support and resistance level, the distance between support from the current stock price to the resistance is, it's 7.5% detached from the resistance, and it's around 2.9% detached from the support. But the clearest area, we've seen it already happen here. It hit the support. This is your tradable range. Buying at support, buying at 61.6, and if 61.6 will hold, target price is 68.4. This is an 11.2% trade. We've seen it happen. So if you really want to do this and follow this by the book, wait for it to retrace to 61.5. Wait for it as it hits this and it starts to bounce. That becomes your buy area. That becomes your opportunity also to start to pick it up. Then target price will be the 68.4 level. Please also remember, if that does not hold, there's a larger downside. Possible downside for Pure Foods will be, largest is 44, then the here at the 51.45 level, then to as low as the 56.4 level. So please just write this down. Support levels 56.4, after that 51.4, then after that 44.14. So that's all under the context that the 61 level will not hold over the short term. So I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope this is something that helped you. Please remember, these are not stock picks. Do not buy a stock or sell a stock or hold a stock or avoid a stock just because someone on YouTube discussed it. You must analyze it and you must study it on your own. You must build the conviction, because I've been saying this over and over. That's why we have 1,600 videos on my main channel, and that's why we have over 70 plus videos on this channel also. And that's why we have a Patreon support group, and that's why we have a YouTube community, is to teach you and to tell you that for this to become something that's profitable for you, you need to trade the markets based on conviction. You need to use technical analysis or fundamental analysis so you get to trade it with confidence. Without that, it's merely speculation. Without that, it's merely guessing. So if you guys have any other requests, put them in the comment section and we're going to try to make videos on top of that. Secondly, if you have more personal messages, slide a DM over Instagram, over our Patreon community, or over our YouTube community. Details on how you can do that are in the description below. And if you want to invest in US markets, you can click the link below for eToro, which allows you to buy US stocks for 50 US dollars only. So that's it for now. I hope you guys got a lot from this, and I hope that this gave you enough insights on how you can trade the markets with confidence. So this is Marvin Germo, and I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.